Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. It is time for us to talk about my October favorites. I didn't do a September favorite just because I feel like there was nothing that I really wanted to make a note of, but I totally feel differently this month. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so my lips have been on the struggle since Labor Day weekend. I mean, we're talking like a solid 2 full months of dealing with trying to combat chapped lips. My lips have been so chapped, like it's brutal, and I don't know what's causing it. I think I might have an idea, but I'm hoping it's not what's causing it because it would totally muddle and not be good for my Project 25, but I didn't know what to do, and I was recently watching a YouTube video, and she mentioned the Jack Black lip balm, and oh my God, this has been the life-saving grace for my sad, chapped lips. Like, I was uncomfortable talking to students because I would have like these like dead skin flakes on my lips, and like I just felt disgusting being like, oh, do you have a question? Let me get close to you with my nasty decaying lips. Like, it was awful. So I bought this. It was $7.50, which is kind of a lot for a lip balm, but I was desperate and I was like, if it doesn't work, I'll return it. I don't care. Magic. This stuff is magical, and it doesn't even seem like anything special. It has been the only cure for my lips, and I'm using it sparingly to make it last, but it's already down to like here because my lips have been that dehydrated, and it's just been agonizing, and I'm so happy to have a solution. I definitely recommend this stuff. It is well worth the price tag if you are suffering from dry, cracked, decaying lips. This will bring them back to life. The second favorite that I have are these two NYX whipped like things. They just are NYX whipped. I don't know if this is a word I should be saying, but it looks like a word I can't pronounce. I first saw these in a beauty broadcast video, and I was very intrigued by these colors. I think that they are beautiful. She had the whole line in there, and then I had to like stalk the NYX website and Facebook page to see when these were going to actually roll out. So the thing about these is they can be used as lip products or cheek products. I wanted these as cheek products because these look like such beautiful colors, and when she was applying them, they looked gorgeous, and I have to say, I love them. Ever since I've gotten them, they're all I want to wear, and I've had to force myself not to abandon the blush for my Project 25, even though that puppy just won't let go. These are awesome. I would totally recommend them. They have a huge range of colors. I haven't seen them pop into Ulta yet, so I think the only place you can get these is on the website, but I got it during free shipping because you guys know how I am about paying for shipping, and they are just well worth it. I like these unique colors. They blend it out really well. They don't leave that like sticky feeling, especially after like I spray my Too Cool for School gel. I just can't say enough good things about these. These are really, really awesome. The next makeup item that I have is this Essence All About Nude. I guess it's a palette. There are 6 shadows in here. I've had this puppy for a while, but I hadn't really played a lot with it. And then recently, I've gotten incredibly sick of wearing the same 2 eye looks. I am down to only 2 crease shadows and 1 lid shadow in my Too Faced palette. And I don't really like the pink shadow that's for my lid. I just don't feel like it packs that much of a punch, and I'm so tired of it. And I didn't want to abandon it altogether, so I was like, all right, what can I do to still use at least like a crease color from here? And this shade right here caught my eye. Oh, it's so pretty. It's what's on my lid today. It is everything I want the Too Faced pink color to be, but isn't. It has this like really metallic-y pretty color. It creates a really stark contrast with my crease, and I've actually gotten a bunch of compliments on my eyeshadow lately, and I think it's because, again, this really pops as a color. As you guys can tell, it's not a very finely milled shadow, so I probably only used this like 6 or 7 times, and there's a pretty noticeable dent in it, and it's because you have to kind of really dig your brush in to pick up enough product and then pack it on. But I'm loving this. I think this was like $3 to $5 somewhere in there at Ulta, so it was really well worth the price, and I would definitely recommend it to you guys. The last 2 things I have are actually really interesting finds to me. I have 2 Rite brushes. Yes, you heard that correctly. I've got this Rite blending brush, and then I have this Rite like all over powder brush. I've been always looking for a brush like this and didn't realize it. I was perusing Rite Aid one day, and I picked up this. And you guys know my everlasting quest to find the best crease brush. And I'm actually going to do a review of like the best and worst like blending eye brushes I've come across. And I actually really like this one. It is really sort of nicely softened, and it's really easy to blend out. It's fluffy enough in all the right ways. So then when I was going back to Rite one time, I thought like, all right, well, since that one brush worked out, I think I'll like pick up another one, see what they've got. And most of the things I didn't feel comfortable buying just because I was like, I already have a brush like that and I use it, so why buy the same exact thing? These brushes are pretty cheap. I think this one was like maybe $4 because it was on sale. And then this one I think was about like $7. I saw this and I thought to myself like, ooh, I really haven't been wanting to do like a heavy contour or like a heavy hollowing out of my cheeks, but I've wanted to provide some like warmth to my face. So I picked up this and I thought, this might do it. And let me tell you, friends, it's doing it. I use this right along here. I use it up against my forehead, in my temples of my cheek, or temples of my head, and then I do it right along my jawbone. And I've really been liking the kind of like warmed up face look. It's nothing like precise. I just kind of mold it around in my honeycomb bronzer from the Body Shop, and I call it a day. This is very soft. It definitely does a good job for me. I'm a big fan of it. So kudos to you, Rite Aid, and your store brand brushes, because they're pretty good. And if I didn't own as many brushes as I currently own, I might pick up more of them, but I'm just not somebody who likes to be a glutton for brushes. If I've got one that works, I'm not going to buy something else that's the exact same thing. So those are all of my beauty favorites. Not a whole lot. I wanted to be selective because the reality is I'm working on so many Project Pan items that it's hard for me to work in new stuff that I want to show you guys. But I do have a couple of non-beauty favorites. The first is a cookie. This is the Complete Cookie in Double Chocolate. This is something I got hooked on by the girls in my 3S Fitness group. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, these aren't like the best cookies for you ever because the serving size is actually a half a cookie. Who eats half a cookie? Certainly not this girl. But in a full cookie, there are 16 grams of protein, but 30 grams of sugar, 12 grams of fat. Like, they're not the worst things ever. I'm a girl who is big on dessert. I'm definitely, something that I was struggling with when I first started to change my diet was I can't just cut things out. That's not going to be something that I can maintain for the rest of my life. Like, I'm somebody who is a salt craver, which is very funny because I don't salt my food. But like when on my menstrual cycle, like chips, I crave chips. And I also like am hooked on the idea that I must eat something, you know, desserty after I eat dinner. I've been like that my entire life. And so that's where I was kind of failing when it came to eating positively. I would always just eat junk food for my dessert. And then I discovered these, and these are both really filling and really delicious, which is really weird because there are no eggs and no dairy. I've never been like a vegan person before. And they're also all natural. These are not cheap. I think 12 or 15 cookies is like $25 on Amazon. But for me, if it's helping achieve my goal and it's healthier in a sense for you and it's not just complete crap and chemicals, I'll pay the extra price. I am getting to a point now where I'm starting to get really full after half a cookie. So I probably will start eating half a cookie. We'll see. But these are delicious. I tried the sampler pack and it had like Snickerdoodle, this one, chocolate chip, which is their original one, and the white macadamia nut. And the two that I liked the most were this and the chocolate chip ones. These are a bit drier than a typical cookie, I think because there's no egg or dairy to kind of create that moisture. But I think that they're very delicious and they have been very satisfying for me. The second non-beauty favorite I have to talk to you guys about is the book/movie The Martian. So way back in August, I first got wind of The Martian as an audiobook. I was hearing that the person who recorded it did a really awesome job. And I am not somebody who is audio friendly. Like, if given the choice between listening to a lecture or reading something, I would much rather read it because it goes in my brain in a much better way. I tend to tune out with lectures. I have a really hard time with just like verbal processing. So I've never been an audiobook person, but I kept hearing good things. I tried to do it, tried to get it through my library, and like 3 weeks ago, I still couldn't get it. And I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna buy it. And I have been listening to the audio recording, and it is life. Like, it gives me life going to and from school. I can't wait to get in the car and listen to it. The person who performs it, reads it, whatever the term is outstanding. I have never been this captivated by an audiobook before. It is just riveting. His survival, him trying to live on a planet where you're not meant to live on, with resources not meant to last as long as they're supposed to last for. Like, everything about it is wonderful. And I saw the movie first in the meantime, because I was like, well, if I can't get the book, like, I'll at least see the movie. And the movie was great. And I've appreciated reading the book or listening to the book afterwards, because it's just been so enriching. And I gotta tell you guys, this book is full of math and full of science, things that I am not wired to understand very well. It's why I'm an English teacher, and I can follow it, and I'm okay following it, and it's just the best. So I definitely recommend seeing the movie, but I also really, really would suggest to you to try the audiobook. It is just thebalm.com. I got it off of Amazon Prime for like $8. I thought audiobooks were normally more pricey than that, but it's just one disc, and you can either download it to your phone, or you can download it to your iTunes from the disc, or you can just put it into your CD player in your car. But I need you guys to know how good it is, and I need you to go do it, because it might be one of the best science fiction books I've ever read, and I have read quite a few science fiction books. I mean, it's just the whole idea of perseverance and survival and, determination. Like, those themes are so prevalent in that story, and you just, you want him to succeed. You just want good things to happen to Mark Watney. And I mean, the guy who reads it, I want to marry him. He's the best person ever. Like, I've never felt so emotionally tied to a voice, which feels a bit like the She movie, but different time, different day. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you all have a really happy Halloween, and that you are celebrating it in the best ways. I don't really know what I'm gonna do for Halloween this year. It's kind of all over the place. But that's it for me, guys. I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.